to the Thursday night open mic here at the Brew Gallery. Glad to see everybody could make it out tonight. I know it's kind of hard in a standing room only crowd like this, but try to find a seat. Nudge your way in if you have to. You can make room. But no, I'm glad to see you all here tonight. A lot of familiar faces. Anybody here for the first time this evening? A couple of you? All right. Well, if you don't know what's happening right now, I'll take a second to let you in on what the deal is. This is our Thursday night open mic. What that means is basically anybody can come on stage and perform whatever talent they would like to. We have music, we have comedians, poets, spoken word, anything else under the sun that you could want to do on a stage, you could do. If you want to do like a magic act or juggling or, I don't know, animal act. Well, let's not do animals. That might not work in here. But they destroy the artwork. That wouldn't be good. But anything else, you know? So it's a lot of fun. It's a very entertaining show. Definitely more captivating than anything you'd be at home watching on TV tonight. The only thing that we ask from you guys as an audience is please remember everybody that you're seeing performing tonight, they're performing for free. You know, they're not getting paid to be up here. So what we ask in return for that is be respectful of the people that are on stage. You know, keep your table talk to a minimum while you're in here. If you do have to talk loudly with your friends, you can go to the lounge area right across the hallway there. They've got a beautiful lounge set up with games and tables and everything. You can go over there and talk as loud as you like. But while you're in here in the showroom, keep it down. Pay attention to the people that are on stage. Clap when people come up. Clap when people go off stage. And just try to be supportive, you know. Like I said, we do have a lot of repeat people here. So you may be familiar with the people and their acts that are coming on stage, but act like it's the first time you've seen them. You know, be enthusiastic. The more you put in, the better the show's going to be for everybody. And that's how we all have a good time. So try to enjoy yourselves and just be a good crowd. Make sure that you check out the Brew House on all the social media. It's everywhere. And that's how you can find out about the shows and events that are going on both here and at the Kelsey next door, because they run both venues. There's a lot of fun stuff happening all throughout the month, so make sure you get on there. And get some beer. The beer is delicious. It's all very good, very craft beers, stuff you're not going to get at your typical bar. So take a couple of those, because it is a scientific fact that the more beer you have, the more entertaining a live show is. It's been proven by several peer-reviewed studies. By that, I mean me and some of my peers have gotten drunk and enjoyed a show more, so I think that counts, right? They do also have food available. I see some of you eating the food already. You can order right from the bar. They give you a number. The folks from the restaurant come and deliver the food right to your table. Just remember that the guy who brings you the food, the waiter, he actually works for the restaurant down the corner. He doesn't work for the bar, so he's not getting tipped out from the bar. So if you order some food and he brings it to your table, give him a tip, because it's nice to get paid for your work. And beyond that, yeah, just strap in, be supportive, have fun, and let's get a round of applause. We're going to be a good audience tonight. That's what I like to hear. My name is John Hine. I am filling in for your regular host, Wayne. Myself and my partner, Rachel, here are filling in for him while he is recuperating. We're going to be filling in for a little bit longer than we initially thought. Wayne is still getting better, but he still needs some more time to recover, so it looks like we're going to be here through the rest of this month and possibly through February. But as soon as Wayne gets back in action, he'll be back. But until then, you got to keep putting up with me, so be nice, because I control your time. But no, I do comedy beyond being a host. So before we get things started, I'll do a few jokes that I've been working on lately, and then we'll get the show going. I'm going to turn 34 this year, and like being in your mid-30s is kind of a weird age, you know, because it's kind of an in-between age. You know, like you're definitely not a kid anymore. You know, that's out the window. Like you can't blame anything on being young and naive anymore. But you're also not really old enough for a lot of, to just get respect from your age, you know, nobody's like, respect your elders when they're talking about a guy in their early 30s, you know? So you're just kind of left in the wind, and like you're in the middle of a lot of stuff. Like, I was born in a time where everybody knew Elton John was gay, but nobody knew Ricky Martin was gay. Like, that's the age range that I'm at, you know? And it's just interesting as you start to get older, though, you start to notice more and more things, like, about how you're old, you know? Like, I am old enough that I remember Billy Ray was the most famous Cyrus. Yeah. I old enough that I'm trying to remember. I had a list of these. I'm trying to remember them all now. I'm old enough that the other day I was in the supermarket and I'm like, this is a really good playlist that they have going on here. Which, you know, you can't knock Paul Simon. I'm sorry. That's beyond generations. But, I don't know. I am happy to be getting older, though, because it beats the alternative. I definitely don't want to be dead. So getting older is the only other option. So that's a good thing. But I don't know. In some ways, I miss being younger. I miss the carefree aspect of it all. But you get older and there is stress in your life. You know, there's stress every day. And it can be overwhelming sometimes. And you have to remind yourself that good things can happen to you. You know, they happen all the time. Like today, for example, found a perfectly good comb in the road. So I got that going for me. Free comb. All you suckers paying for combs left and right. Not this guy. Which is good. I am pretty broke. I always try to think of new ways to make money. I came up with what I think is $1 million idea, especially down here in South Florida. I want to start my own internet dating site. It's going to be a dating site for seniors only. We'll call it Expiration Date.
Very good.
Expiration Date. Stop assisted living and start assisted loving. That's our tagline. I don't know. I do hate being poor, but I think I might hate being rich even more, you know? Because every time I hear a story about a rich person in the news, it instantly makes me angry. Like, I don't know how many of you heard this, but recently Forbes magazine named Kylie Jenner the world's youngest self-made billionaire. Like, Kylie Jenner, the world's youngest self-made billionaire. I don't know about you all, but in my opinion, the only self-made woman in that family is Bruce. Going to the grocery store the other day. I was walking in. There was this kid walking in with his mom. He was crossing the street, holding his mom's hand. And he was wearing a karate outfit. And he had a black belt on. Now, call me cynical, but I think the first question on the black belt exam should be, can you cross the street without holding hands? Because really, you're not striking fear in the heart of your enemies if your mom has to drive you to the fight. Like, that's not, you know. But then I got into the grocery store, and they have that bulletin board, you know, that has the pictures of, like, the missing and the runaway children. And I was looking at it, and one of the girls listed that she was a runaway, and it had her age listed as 19. You can't run away from home at 19. Like, she moved out without telling you. That's a whole different scenario, you know? But the saddest part is I saw that girl later that day. I did. I was walking through the park. She was there, you know, clearly living on the streets. Her clothes were a mess. Her hair was all disheveled. And the only thing I could think is, if only this poor girl could find herself a decent comb, like, maybe she could get her life together. Comb jokes, people. They're the future of comedy. All right, I think that's about enough of me. I'm going to keep this show going. Performers, the list is a little light tonight, so I am going to try to give you guys a little extra time. Normally, we do 5 minutes for comedians and spoken word and 2 songs for musicians. Tonight, I'm going to do 7 minutes for 7 minutes for spoken word and 3 songs for musicians. That may change if the list gets fuller. I will let you know if that's different, but as of now, you can plan for 3 songs if you're a musician, and 7 minutes if you're doing something else. And also, let me just say that just because you have 7 minutes doesn't necessarily mean you have to use all 7 of those minutes. But no, do your thing, have fun, and let's have a good time tonight. We're gonna start with some music from a very talented man. I want you to start clapping now for the musical stylings of Michael Farley, everybody.
Quite that tall. All right, it's okay. I'm going to try and do 3 that are sort of humorous if I deliver them properly. I was fortunate enough to see Arlo Guthrie last week, and he did this one. We have the guitar, yes? No? Coming in from London from over the pole, flying in a big airliner, chicken flying everywhere around the plane. Could we ever feel much finer? Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. And don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Guy with a ticket to Mexico, though he couldn't look much stranger, walking in the hall with his things and all, smiling said he was the Lone Ranger, coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. A woman is walking on a moving floor, tripping on the escalator. Man in the line and she's blowing his mind, thinking that he's already made her. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Coming in from London from over the pole, flying in a big airliner, chicken flying everywhere around the plane. Could we ever feel much finer? Arlo Guthrie. Thank you. This is by a guy named John Prine. Very serious musician, but he had a great sense of humor as well. Dear Abby, my feet are too long, my hair's falling out, rights are all wrong. Side I get up on is the wrong side of bed. But work's so expensive, I wish I were dead. Signed, unhappy. Unhappy, unhappy, you have no complaint. You are what you are, and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing on bad luck, knocking on wood. Dear Abby, my fountain pen leaks. My wife hollers at me, and my kids, they're all freaks. Every side I get up on is the wrong side of bed. If it weren't so expensive, I wished I were dead. Signed, bewildered, bewildered, bewildered. You have no complaint. You are what you are, and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing on bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, you won't believe this. My stomach makes noises whenever I kiss. My girlfriend tells me it's all in my head. My stomach says I should write you instead. Signed, Noisemaker. Dear Abby, I never thought me and my girlfriend would ever get caught. We were sitting in the backseat, just shooting the breeze, with her hair up in curlers and her pants to her knees. Signed, just married. Just married, just married, you have no complaint. You are what you are, and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing on bad luck and knocking on wood. Signed, Dear Abby. John Prime. Thank you. Yeah. This next one's a yeehaw, and as I started learning it, I felt like I was speaking more than singing, and then I listened to Johnny Cash do it, and he was doing the same thing, so here we go. Daddy left home when I was 3. Didn't leave much to Ma and me, just an old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Well, I don't blame him 'cause he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did, before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke. Got lots of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I have to fight my whole life through. Some girl would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy would laugh and I'd bust his head. Life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My wits got hard, my fists got keen. I'd roam from town to town to hide my shame. I made a vow to the moon and stars that I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that gave me that awful name. It was Gatlinburg in mid-July. I just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. In an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat the mangy dog named Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad, the worn out picture my mother had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old. I looked at him and my blood ran cold. Said, "My name is Sue, how do you do? Now you're gonna die." Hit him hard right between the eyes. He went down, but to my surprise, came up with a knife and he cut off a piece of my ear. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun and I pulled mine first. He just stood there, I saw him smile. I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. Said, son, this world is rough. If a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and that's that name that helped to make you strong. You sure did fight one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now. I wouldn't blame you if you do, but you ought to thank me before you die for the gravel in the gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a gun that named you Sue. Got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him my pa, he called me his son. I came away with a different point of view. Think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. If I have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I still hate that name. Thank you.
One more time for Michael, everybody. Clap it up for him. You know, Michael, when you came up and you started saying you were going to do a song by Arlo Guthrie, I thought for a second, I'm like, oh no, he's not going to do Alice's Restaurant, is he? Like, start 3 songs, I'll do the 28-minute song first. All right, folks, we're going to keep the show moving right along here. Next performer coming to stage, we're going to get a little comedy in. So put your hands together for the very funny Mr. Royce Emily, everybody.
Thank you, John.
Good evening, my name is Royce. As you can tell, my wife puts my name on here because I'm an old comedian and I'm becoming forgetful and she doesn't want me to forget my name. I know I'm old because my social security number is in numeral letters and my blood type seems to have been, well, they don't have it anymore. But to prove that I'm not senile, I'll give you my welcome. My name is Royce. I'm also known as Royce by choice, but that's because I talk in rhyme. I seem to do it all the time, and I feel fine, but everyone else seems to think it's a crime. My Afro-American friends think I'm talking rap, but I've told them that's a bunch of crap. They say if you talk in rhyme, then you're a sap. And I've tried to explain, look, I'm just an English chap who loves to rhyme when I get the chance, since me body no longer lets me dance. Words choke and fog my mind from knowing time, then I start talking to everyone in rhyme. Some of my friends think I sound like Dr. Seuss, but I swear, I don't like green eggs, ham, or juice. I'm really just a simpleton who thinks with his heart, hoping my words will make me sound smart. Not schooled to write in proper verse, spelling and grammar, well, they've been my life's curse. But on I go looking for the truth, and all that I'm sure of is I've lost my youth. Well, for a little while, I'll try and make you smile. I'm really happy that you're here drinking all the brew house beer, but you better order another beer. I'll be standing here sounding queer. I write a different set each week, and being my brain is not doing as well as it used to be, I have to read my jokes. You know, your body changes when you get older, and I now groan louder after a meal than I did after having sex. Being old is always 15 years from now. Every day I wake up pleased that I have beat my own previous record for the number of days I've stayed alive. I'm so old that I can correctly identify every object in an antique store and tell you what it was used for. I'm so old that when I order 3-minute eggs for breakfast, they make me pay in advance. Like everyone who makes the mistake of getting older, I start the day with coffee and the obituaries. Waking up in the morning, it takes me a half an hour just to find my glasses so I can find my teeth and my watch and my phone. The next thing I'll be searching for very soon will be my hair and my hearing aids. I'm always getting into trouble at home. The biggest complaint my wife has is not putting the toilet seat down. I've tried to explain ever since I poured those blue Viagra pills down the toilet, the damn seat won't stay down. I don't feel much or do much in the mornings. Then it's noon and then it's time for my nap. I don't want to be considered illiterate, so every lunchtime I eat alphabet soup. I saw that Mr. Trump is trying to keep gays out of the military. I guess someone told him that having 15,000 guys with M16s saying, "Who called me a fag?" is dangerous. Thank you. Good night.
All right, one more time for Royce, everybody. Clap it up for him. Coming to stage next, I think we're going back to music here. Clap it up for Dylan, everybody. Clap it up for him. Coming to stage.
There's my pick. What's up, everybody? It's been a hot minute. A lot of stuff going on. Doing a little job transition this weekend. Catch me at your friendly neighborhood Whole Foods soon. If any of you guys shop there. My name's Dylan. I got an acoustic project called An Abandoned Heart. I'm going to play a couple songs from it for you tonight. I'm going to play a cover, too. This is a fresh one. This song is called Wish You Well.
Before you say those words, just know that you'll be hurt. I know you thought you were just trying to help, I'm sure, but you ran out the door and fell right to the floor. I wanted nothing more. You're rotten to your core. You're somebody else. Crawl back to your shell. Save me from this hell. Leave, I wish you well. I could never tell. Trapped under your spell. Save me from this hell. Leave, I wish you well. Before you lose your mind, just know that you'll be fine. You try it one last time, but I'm up on cloud 9. And you ran out the door and fell right to the floor. I wanted something more. You're rotten to your core.
you. All right. All right, this next one, I'm gonna do a cover. I don't usually do covers too often, but I just learned this one recently. If any of you guys are into a band called The Story So Far at all, this song's by them. This song's called Take Me As You Please. Thank you. Alright, I got one more song for you guys. If you guys like what you hear, an Abandoned Heart, Facebook, Instagram. I'm not on Twitter for some reason. I could never figure out Twitter. Don't ask me why. There's a lot of people out there that could figure it out a lot better than I could. Alright, this last one's one of the first songs I ever wrote for this project. This song's called Playing the Victim.
Left you still longing, you take a deep breath
games. You say that the fault's mine, but you are insane. Don't call me, don't tell me that I am to blame. 'Cause next time I see you, it won't be the same. 'Cause you're playing the victim of your selfish games. You say that the fault's mine, but you are insane. Don't call me, don't tell me that I am to blame. 'Cause next time I see you, it won't be the same. You're playing the victim of your selfish games. You say that the fault's mine, but you are insane. Don't call me, don't tell me that I am to blame. 'Cause next time I see you, it won't be the same. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
One more time for Dylan, everybody. Clap it up for him. All right, we're gonna switch back to comedy here. I want you folks to welcome the very funny Miss Rachel Blavatnik, everybody. Clap it up for her.
Hold down that thunderous applause. Oh, God. So it's time to get a little estrogen in the house. Woo! Although I'm a little freaked out right now. I don't usually talk about personal stuff, but I was 2 weeks late last month. So for 2 weeks, I just had to spend my time going, am I pregnant or old? I mean, at my age, if I were to have a baby, it would come out and be 7 years old. Be looking for a retirement home with a good daycare center. The good thing, though, would be you get to presents on Mother's Day and Grandparents' Day. So, looking forward to that. It's been a hell of a week. It's been a hell of a year already. Gosh, how'd you all do with your New Year's resolutions? Yeah? I failed again. No, like every year I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like get into better shape, and no, it's not my fault. I'm just not athletic. I tried running once. Then somebody tagged me and I had to freeze. Now been it for 30 years. And then Christmas was terrible too. Oh my God. So a friend of mine dragged me to the mall to go see Santa. Santa asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I said, I don't need anything. I'm a grown-up. He said, you must want something. I said, fine. Give me a grand piano. He said he couldn't fit it on the sleigh. When did logic hit Santa? I said to him, what are you kidding me? He said, yes, of course I'm kidding you. I don't bring presents to Jews. The state of Vermont will now pay you $10,000 if you move to the state of Vermont. The state of Vermont, where the motto is, we're just like Canada, without the health care. The state animal is a bear taking a nap. The official sport of Vermont is cross-country skiing, out of Vermont. I don't think I'm going there. How's the shutdown treating you? Woo, yeah. That wall's gonna pay for itself, all right. I did hear something cool. Royal Caribbean was gonna get involved and just make one of those rock climbing walls for the whole thing. And if you get to the top and you ring the bell, you get asylum. And a free t-shirt. And if you pay a little bit extra, you can zip line right into Arizona. It's gonna be great. Dog's a Republican. I am not. I had to do some work over at Mr. Trump's golf club up there on Donald Ross Road. It's weird being in a place like that. No matter what your politics are, there's just like so much security now. It's I had to go through checkpoint after checkpoint. I had to keep showing my ID everywhere. Cell phone service was jammed. In fact, the only thing my iPhone was able to pick up was Twitter and Fox News. And there's so much history about him there. It's like this, but imagine like every picture is like of Trump or Omarosa or something like that. And I heard some cool stories. One, I think he came from his childhood, from his mom, I think. A little vulgar, but you know how like when a boy hits about 13, the mother might find like a dirty magazine under his mattress? Yeah, all Trump's mother found was a mirror. I don't know if I should go on with the dog here, but why not? I also found it weird that he doesn't have a pet, right? I mean, it has been a long time since we didn't have Bo or Buddy or Socks or somebody in the White House. I don't know if you saw it on the news. A couple months ago, they tried to rectify it. He went to the Humane Society in Washington, D.C., and he picked out a dog. And then the dog chose to be euthanized rather than being Trump's pet. I know, I'm sorry. He was a good boy. I just got a pet. It's a rescue. It's a fish. No, I did just get a pet. My boyfriend moved in. That's mean. I have to stop calling him that. He is not my pet. He is my emotional support human. Yeah, you laugh, but he flies free now. It's great. Okay, I better get out of here in a minute. I have things to do. Not really, I don't have anything to do. Did you know that Denny's will give you a free meal on your birthday? Yeah, I think it's because they feel sorry for you that you're in Denny's on your birthday. If you're there by yourself, you get a cut of sales for the night. 5 consecutive years, you own your own franchise. I've got 2 to go. I don't know why they have to do that. Food is so cheap right now. There's a war going on out there with the fast food places. Started with McDonald's. McDonald's started offering any 2 menu items for $5. And then Wendy's said, we'll give you 4 items for $5. And Burger King said, we'll give you 5 items for $4. And Checkers is now paying you $7 to take that crap out of there. Actually, the better fast food places, I noticed the more religious places, like Chick-fil-A. People love them. You know, they're super Christian, close Sunday and all that. There's a company out in California called In-N-Out Burger that's like consistently voted the best fast food burgers in the country. They have Bible verses on their cups. And Taco Bell just announced that they're offering last rites with every chalupa meal. Chalupa, by the way, means $5 footlong in Spanish. That gets a big laugh on the Mexican side of the wall. Yeah, I am going to get out of here. I got things to do. I got TV to watch. I was been streaming all that stuff with the rest of you. My parents got me into this Israeli soap opera. It has this Hebrew title that I think translates to when you going to dump that Gentile comedian and find yourself a nice Jewish doctor. It's good. I'm on season 2. No, I just finished. I was watching it at work. The 4th season of Fuller House. Anyone else watch that? 4 seasons it's made it. Okay, if you haven't seen Fuller House, let me explain. It's 30 years later, and they're all still living in the house. That's the plot. But it's amazing, and it's awful, and it's all at the same time. But this is a trend that's happening right now, this 90s nostalgia. Everything is back. Zima is on the shelves out there. Everything, like Murphy Brown came back this year. Roseanne had a show on right now. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is starting a show. Cosby Show just wrapped up. That was on Court TV. Cosby Show SVU, brought to you by the Weinstein Company. All right, Brewhouse, you've been great. I'm Rachel Blavatnik. Let's hear it for your host, John Hine.
One more time for Rachel, everybody. Clap it up for her. All right. We're going to keep the comedy rolling here with your next performer coming to stage. I want you to clap it up for Drew, everybody. Clap it up for him.
Is it going to be comedic tonight? I don't know. It might be emotional. Maybe it'll be both. Sorry. Yep, there it is. Not what you think. Much more comfortable. Thank you. Thank you much. Yes, these are Ralph Lauren, polo Ralph Lauren boxer shorts. Nothing says punk rock and alternative and grunge with overpriced Bloomingdale's underpants. Hi, Mickey. You guys know what I don't like? Tweets about walls. I'm tired of the falderall. MAGA, maggots, toxic shit. You know, flies and maggots don't like to eat shit, because they don't. I think there's a connection, MAGA, maggot, I don't know. Ugh. I got veiny legs and thighs, and if anybody can beat me here in a sprint, you'll get $1,000. All of you lost. Whew. There we go. There's a little bit of laughs. I'm not wearing any pants. Pants for sale. No. You know, yesterday, I ended up with marker ink all over my hands. I worked with kindergartners. It's an occupational hazard. And then on the bottom, nope, not that one. Got some spots of green Play-Doh on that shoe. Occupational hazards of working with first graders. I'm sure it'd piss a lot of parents off if some of them were to walk in and say, "Why is Drew wearing underwear on stage and nothing else?" I got other stuff on. I got on a flannel. Come on. Huh. You guys ever see the movie, This Is Where I Leave You with Jason Bateman and Tina Fey, Jane Fonda? I love all three of those liberals. They're just like me. Actually, the girl that I have a crush on reminds me of a very blonde Tina Fey. She's a sunflower. Absolutely. But Adam Driver was in it before he was Darth, whatever the hell he is, Kylo Ren or whatever. I didn't even realize that was him till I watched it again, which I actually like that because the new Star Wars films are shite anyway. And I didn't think anybody could do worse than the prequels, but those were really awful. Worse than how I'm bombing up here tonight, you know. Much worse. We're all just sitting here in awkward silence because there's a 30-year-old up here in his underpants, and he's a dude, and he's a virgin, and he has no filter whatsoever. You know, I love how Donnie's supporters say, you know, you just can't handle him because he has no filter. No, I have autism, and I've got no filter, and you know what? Having no filter and being a bigot are not mutually exclusive. I think that's the right term that I'm looking for, but I don't know. You guys know in a couple weeks I'm going to be up here in a suit with $118 suspenders on. I kid you not. Nothing says anti-conformity like that. God, I thought that would have hit. Oh well. There we go, there's a couple of laughs. You know, the last time I was this close to being naked in here was back in June when I got heckled by some dumbass Trump supporters, and I dropped my pants and I showed them my ass. I was very afraid I was going to get an indecency charge. I thank the imaginary sky fairy that I don't believe in every single day that didn't happen. And I'm also even more happy that the person that was here earlier that day did not see me do that. Thank you. Johnny Depp is a 5'10" scrawny bastard like me. Difference between him and I, he's a disrespectful bastard to women and he knocks them around. Just ask his wife Amber Heard or whatever her name is. Poor lady. We're all screwed up anyway. Are we not? I really wish people would focus on the humor rather than me standing up here in my underpants. That's why they always say, they're like, comics don't go up there in shorts. Well, why not? Because they're going to focus on your knees, and they're going to focus on your thighs. Yeah, they are. But, you know, that's like going to watch a really good film that might have nudity in it. Danielle Harris, who was in the Halloween films with Rob Zombie remade, she also played Jamie Lloyd, in case anybody doesn't remember her in those. And she told everybody she wanted them to focus on her and her acting performance, not her getting almost stabbed to death with her breasts exposed. And I completely 100% agreed. But, you know, this failed experiment that I was hoping people would be laughing and paying attention to my humor more than me standing in here. Oh well. Cool, I got a minute left. The Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl. Yeah, nah, I'm a Dolphins fan. No, the Dolphins suck. And I really hope Flores tells that Mickey Mouse looking asshole who owns the team, I'm Stephen Nash, I'm like a freaking rat. I hope he tells him to go screw himself. And you know what? My roommate plays for the Patriots, and he's gonna freaking block Aaron Donald out, and Brady's gonna go maybe or maybe not ride off into the sunset with 6 championships. Have a nice day.
One more time for Drew, everybody. Clap it up for him. You know, every time I see a man in boxers or like boxer briefs, I'm always just reminded that like in the 70s, all shorts were that short, and people thought that was okay for some reason. Like yeah, they were short. I know they were like up here. I mean, I wasn't there in the 70s, but I've seen the pictures, and it's like, why? All right. Anyway, we're gonna keep this moving. Your next comic coming to stage, I want you to clap it up for the very funny Mr. Brian Manning, everybody. Clap it up for him.
Jeez. Drew, I know stand-up comedy is supposed to be revealing, but I think you took it too literally. It's scary up here. One of my biggest fears is being chased by a bear. I'm not sure why I have that feeling. Super Bowl is coming up. Somebody asked me where it was going to be. I said, Atlanta. And they said, where's Lanta? Yeah, I'm not from Florida. I'm actually from Massachusetts. And, whoa, where are you from?
Massachusetts.
Northampton? Oh, very nice. I'm from Springfield. Northampton and Springfield, good places in Massachusetts because it's outside Boston. People usually find out right away that I'm not from Boston because they go, yeah, like, you don't sound like an asshole. You still act like one. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts doesn't sound like Boston. Yeah. But it's great being outside Boston. I think it's the place to be. And now I live in West Palm Beach, and everything just seems to be getting better the more outside Boston I get. Everything gets better, except for sports teams. Yeah, it seems they got that one. Yeah. I don't know, if I had to choose between Boston and everything outside Boston, I guess you'd consider me an outsider. So put me in that category. Yeah, a lot of my friends are getting more responsible. They're like becoming homeowners, and they try to be weekend warriors. And sometimes I'll get these messages where they'll send me a picture and they're like, yeah, we're demoing the bathroom today. No, not impressed. Big whoop, because I demolish my bathroom daily. Yeah. Did anybody go to the Florida Fair recently? Anybody check that out? A fair amount of you. Yeah. Amazing stuff there. Amazing stuff. Like they have those booths for animals. Like they had the booth for the world's smallest horse. And I was pretty excited, but then I was kind of confused because I saw there were 2 booths at the fair for the world's smallest horse. And it's not like they can both be the world's smallest horse. So I went in one booth and I looked inside and I go, wow, that's small, which is the appropriate response. And then I decided to go into the other booth, paid $1, looked inside, and all I saw was just a medium-sized horse. I go to the guy, hey buddy, I want my money back. You just have like a regular horse in there. The other booth had a bottle of glue. Give me back my money and be careful. My hands are sticky from petting the horse. Yeah, great zoo. I hate having political conversations, and that's why I wait until I'm in front of a microphone when I can have no interruptions. Yeah, it's almost like it seems to work out when I'm able to dictate. Like, it seems like this dictatorship really works. And I'm worried about living down here with hurricanes, especially with Trump in the White House. I mean, he had sex with somebody named Stormy Daniels. Do you think when Hurricane Florence was approaching, he was like, can she keep a secret? FEMA's in there, they're like, Mr. President, that's not how hurricanes work. Another guy chimes in, he goes, priorities, man. Yes, we need money to make her go away. Yeah, that's how government funding goes. Yeah, and did you see that the president actually invited some people to the White House to serve McDonald's? The president is a billionaire. He's probably the only person who could afford good food, and he got the cheapest option possible. McDonald's. Why did he get McDonald's? If he had just ordered Taco Bell, think about all these problems could be behind us. If he had one bite into a cheesy gordita crunch, he'd forget about this whole wall business. You know, I think he'd actually do a 180 and be awfully mad at Canada. He'd be like, what the heck is this poutine crap? Yeah. When the president orders late night poon, he's not expecting French fries and gravy. Well, definitely not the French fries. Gravy goes with everything late night. Yeah, and I'm actually not a Trump guy, but it's not for the reasons you might think. You know, I really don't like Trump because he started that whole birther movement where, he doubted Barack Obama's birth certificate. I just hate that. I think that's the worst. And I think there's nothing more that I hate today than somebody who's a birther, because there's nothing worse than somebody who's a stillbirther. Yeah. Oh, wait. I think that joke was a little too premature. Yeah. But seriously, folks, with the Democrats taking so many seats in the House, I think there might be some hope after all. There might be, impeachment. We might have some hope. Yes. but not for the country. I'm just talking about my President Pence jokes. It's one of my few vices. Yeah. I'm flying soon, and I'm a little worried about flying. I try to pick my airlines by their mottos, and I go with Delta Airlines because that's the least worst option. Their motto, keep climbing. But that's kind of like, keep trying, asshole. Maybe next time. Keep working at it. But some of the other airlines, they have the craziest mottos. Like United Airlines, their motto is, it's time to fly. And it's like, no shit. It's been time to fly for 2 hours. We're still on the tarmac. And then there's some other weird ones like Lufthansa. Their motto is, no. It's Lufthansa. And there's even a weird airline out in Israel. It's called Israel Air or something like that. And their motto is, why pay more? I don't know, but I think that one really nailed their demographic. Bargain hunters, people, bargain hunters. It's a low-cost airline, Jesus. Anyways, I think that's my time. I'm gonna take off the stage. Thank you very much, everyone.
One more time for Brian, everybody. Clap it up for him. All right, folks, we're going to go back to music here. We're bringing up a band. They're one of the house favorites. I want you to clap it up for the Moon Men, everybody. Clap it up for them.
Thanks, John. Yes.
Yeah. Hi. We're the Moon Men.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, we're the Moon Men, and we're kind of making this up on the spot. Yeah. This is an original song called The Wolf Man.
We usually prepare, we promise.
David, I can't sleep. Screams on me in my dreams. The thought of you puts me at ease. Till the beats midnight release. Well, like the wolf man to the moon, I howl for you from across the room. Naked love and misery, I'll be coming home to you. Give you love, you give me death. You leave my heart right out of my chest.
coming home to you.
Normally we have our mandolin player to kind of join us and do some Irish jigs.
So I don't know what we're gonna play now. Thanks, Jerry. See you tomorrow.
Song's Tinder, by the way.
It's not our song. Steal it from a friend. I get that feeling Friday night, and I can't help it, I can't fight. My social urges are aflame, so I go out searching for your name. I go on Tinder when I get drunk, and my phone never leaves my thumb. I meet my friends in late night place, 'cause I try to replace your face. Replace your face. Solutions, my friend Cupid, but not if she's got 2 kids, not her fault. Well, I'm just not trying to be your dad yet. I go on Tinder when I get drunk, and my phone never leaves my thumb. I meet my friends in late night place, 'cause I'm trying to replace your face. When I get drunk and my phone never leaves my thumb, I meet my friends at a late night place, 'cause I'm trying to replace your face on Tinder. When I get drunk and my phone never leaves my thumb, I meet my friends at a late night place, 'cause I'm trying to replace your face.
Give me 1 second. Install them.
Stalling for
So
time.
unfortunately, my tuner died on me, or it broke. My brand new tuner. Just give me 1 second. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Occupational hazard happens every now and then. And our good friend Dominic Delaney isn't here either, who usually has a backup for us in case of emergency. Thanks, Dom.
Thanks, bro.
Oh. But everybody wants to talk about this Super Bowl coming up.
Oh, don't get me started. Oh.
Let's see if we can get through one more.
I got it. I got you done.
Thanks, Mike. You're the true friend here. You're always here. Always.
What's the song? Which one? I was trying to figure that out. I was trying to be stable, but I can't remember the last chord. What can I do without a... What is that? D string. It's always the D. Always the D. just full of love. We'll laugh and play till the sun comes home. You're not alone. Don't worry anymore. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's where I draw the line with social media.
One more time for the Moon Men, everybody. Clap it up for them. What they lack in strings, they make up for in rock. All right, folks. We're going to keep the music going here with your next performer coming to stage. I want you to clap it up for Steven, everybody. Clap it up for him.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's perfect. Put it right there and I'll stand. Yep. And I'm going to ask her if he has a stereo.
Steven, you
jack.
got this, man.
Hey, thank you so much. Don't know where that is, but thank you. Thank you so much. Do you have a stereo jack that connects to the PA? Because I want to hook it into the lap. Yeah, 3.5 millimeter. Oh yeah, okay, thank you. If not, I'm not doing anything, so we'll see. It would be good.
Steven, you better be good.
I know, right?
Don't fuck it up.
Now I'm gonna fuck it up. It doesn't always help.
Well, you only have a dog, so I'm used to have a bite.
Just searching for chords here, which actually would be kind of a decent band name. Now that I searching for chords, you know, that has a good ring to it.
His car's at home.
Yeah, thank you so much. Right.
All right. Well, our sound guy is checking for the needed chord for a second, so I'll just kill a little time here, do a joke or two while we're waiting. Are you guys fans of science?
Woo!
No? No? I thought the Republican dog left, but no, I am going to drop a little science on you guys. I hope you're ready for it. I don't know if you know this, but statistically speaking, there's a 1 out of 6 chance you will never have to explain to anyone why you were playing Russian roulette. Okay,
That was okay.
well, I'm glad I got your approval. That's nice. But I drive a lot for comedy. I go all over the States, mainly to Brew House and home, but other places too. See some interesting things on the road. There was a car in front of me the other day. They had a bumper sticker, nice little silhouette of a horse on it, said, "I brake for horses." And I thought to myself, well, good for you. But really, who doesn't, right? Like, who's driving along, sees a horse in the road, and it's like, I see no reason to stop for this. What could go wrong with me hitting this giant animal? I was driving recently, and I saw what I think is the most Florida billboard that could possibly exist. It was a billboard advertising a hospital that cares for stroke victims. And the quote on the billboard said, "Thanks to my stroke care team, I'm back on the shooting range." I don't think it gets more Sunshine State than that. Like, are you on Medicare and have a gun? Move to Florida. Like, all right, looks like Mike got the needed cable here, I think. So, let me moving things along. Maybe?
I don't know. Yeah. I'm so sorry for holding up the night. It's my bad.
Stuff happens. This is open mic, people.
Yeah, no,
Anything can happen here. You know, we can... what else can I tell you real quick? I love Facebook. I think most everybody here is on Facebook, you know? Well, you can stop disagreeing with me. You're not helping. You're not helping. Oh, no, you're all right. But, no, I do love Facebook. It is kind of all lies, though, you know? I mean, I have over 800 friends on Facebook. In real life, I know about 7 of them, you know? Everybody else, if I died, they would think I just stopped posting on Facebook. Which makes me think there should be an app that, what it does is, every day it searches the local obituary, and if your name pops up, it automatically changes your status to is dead. It'd be good, it'd save some time. People are like, oh, I haven't heard from John in a while, I wonder what he's up to. Oh, it says here he's dead. Like, oh, that's a sad one.
All right, we're working something out.
Working something out, all right.
1 minute basically, but thank you so much.
Yeah, do your thing.
Hello, how's everybody doing? Sorry, I'm not gonna take my pants off and sing this. Actually, I did want a capo. I left it in my bag. Does anybody have a capo? Thanks so much. Didn't realize that wire was still attached. That could have been bad. Alright. My second time ever coming here. Yeah. That's what I said when I got here, but you couldn't hear me because I was somewhere else anyways. I just know covers. I started learning music not too long ago, but I've been practicing a lot. This one's by Tyler Childers. He's pretty good. After that, I wanted to do another Audio Slave one because I love Audio Slave, and or Chris Cornell's good singer. Anyways, it's called Harlan Road. You all hear that good? That sound good? Alright. Cool. So I'm a Republican. That was actually my dog earlier. I'm kidding. Alright.
Oh, shut up.
I need the lyrics for the second song, so give me a second.
Chris Stapleton. Wow.
I heard somebody say that at Double Roads to the guy that was playing. He did this.
Also where we hang out.
They have good music over there. All right. All right. Cause it's not be ready. friends and liars don't wait for me, 'cause I'll get on all by myself. I put millions of miles under my heels and still too close to you. I feel, yeah, I am not your rolling wheel and the highway. I am not your carpet ride and the sky. I am not your blowing wind and the lightning. I am not your autumn moon and the night. I am not your rolling wheels and the highway. I am not your carpet ride and the sky. I am not your blowing wind and the lightning. I am not your autumn and the Gotta look up the lyrics for this one too. But it's not far away.
Girl like that. What's her name? What was her name?
Or actually, I was gonna do Black, but should I do Black by Pearl Jam or Rockin' in the Free World, Neil Young?
Rockin' in the free world.
All right, but for that one, if everybody could stand up and clap like this, stand up. Yeah, all right, but clap like this, or sit down and clap. I need some percussion. All right. Keep it up. Good job. You're doing great. Faster, a little quicker, a little quicker.
Wait, keep your tempo for us. Come on.
All right, good. That's really good.
Oh God, roll.
Shuffling
song.
Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world.
All right, that's it. Thank you, thank you.
All right, one more time for Stu, everybody. Clap it up for him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a handful of performers left for you all this evening. You've been an amazing audience so far. I hope we keep that energy up for the rest of the performers remaining. Starting with your next performer coming to stage, a very talented lady. I want you to clap it up for Charlene Maltrip, everybody. Clap it up for her.
We're in business. Last week my guitar didn't go through, so I'm pretty excited that I didn't have technical difficulties this week. What's up, Brew House? A little short, this is really tall. Alright, I'm gonna start off with a cover for you guys. I think most of you will know this song. Thank you, I've always loved that song. My parents have had a band my entire life, so naturally I ended up picking the guitar up at some point. My mom always sang that song. But I'm gonna go into some I wrote now, so hopefully like these ones. This first one's actually about my boyfriend over there. So.
Oh,
You wrap me up like web you spun it. Every night I come undone. You build me up, you let me loose. You hold me close, yeah, you're my muse. You make thunder tremble through my ears. With every trace of your fingertips, you light me up, you fill me whole. You turn me on, you feed my soul. My heart burns red for you. My mind is set on you. My body longs for you. No, I can't. No, I can't. I can't get enough of you. I can't get enough of you. You water my soul like a blooming flower. With every word you give me power. You make me ready, you make me wise. You make me think, you take me higher. You make me believe in new imagination. With every action of compassion. You give me love, you give me patience. You show me kindness, you give me motivation. My heart burns red for you. My mind is set on you. My body longs for you. No, I can't. No, I can't. I can't get enough of you. I can't get enough of you. The tide is pulling in. My heart is flayed right in. There's a fire burning inside. My heart is becoming tight. The tide is pouring in. My heart is flayed right in. There's a fire burning inside. My heart is becoming tight. My heart burns red for you. My mind is set on you. My body longs for you. No, I can't. No, I can't. Can't get enough of you. Can't get enough of you. This last one I wrote in the middle of the Rocky Mountains on a kayak. So can you just envision beautiful mountains when you listen to this one? Some may come and some may go. Others will stay right far away. day is your life to make. Don't let them decide the journey you'll take. It's a long road if you go. It's yours to live it all. You might stumble and fall, but that's what it's all about. You gotta keep facing your doubts, 'cause some may come and some may go. Others will stay but far away. At the end of the day, it's your life to make. Don't let them decide the journey you'll take. I know I'm gonna make it on my own, and I still have seeds to sow, but I'm taking it day by day and place by place. And with every new road, I find new things that call home. One day I'll know where I belong. Until then, I'll keep singing this song. 'Cause some may come and some may go. Others will stay but far away. At the end of the day, it's your life to make. Don't let them decide the journey you'll take. No, don't let them decide the journey you'll take. Thank you guys.
One more time for Charlene, everybody. Clap it up for her. All right, ladies and gents, we have 3 performers remaining for you this evening. Starting with your next guy coming to stage, I want you to clap it up for Edmund Carter, everybody. Clap it up for him.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Edmund, as you all heard. I don't have an instrument except the voice, and I try to use it tonight. First song I do is Some Enchanted Evening from the South Pacific, Rodgers and Hammerstein. Some enchanted evening, you may hear a stranger, you may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then, that somewhere you'll see her again and again. Some enchanted evening, you may hear her laughing, you may hear her laughing across a crowded room, and night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of her laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reason, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel her call you across a crowded room, then run to her side and make her your own. All through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found her, never let her go. Once you have found her, never let her go. Thank you. Thank you very much. This next song, Love is a Many Splendid Thing, taken from the movie of the same name. Love is a many splendid thing. It's the April rose that only grows in the early spring. Love is nature's way of giving a reason to be living. The kind of love that makes a man a king. Once on a high and windy hill, in the morning mist, two lovers kissed, and the world stood still. Then your fingers touched my silent heart and taught it how to sing. Yes, true love's many splendid thing. Once on a high and windy hill, in the morning mist, two lovers kissed, and the world stood still. Then your fingers touched my silent heart and taught it how to sing. Yes, true love's a many splendid thing.
One more time for Edmund, everybody. Clap it up for him. All right, we're down to our final two performers for this evening. You guys have been an awesome audience so far. Let's keep that energy strong for your last two performers coming to stage. Starting with your next performer coming up. Clap it up for Teddy, everybody. Clap it up for him.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore, and love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore, and love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Thank you. My name is Teddy. I haven't been here in several months, but it's my first time back of a year and in a while. So I want to make this back to being like an actual habit, or a good habit rather. So I'm just gonna sing more. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows shortly to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with you. For I can't help falling in love with you. I don't know what to say besides, I'm just gonna do a little bit of Billy Joel. In every heart there is a room, a sanctuary safe and strong to heal the wounds of a lover's past until a new one comes along. I spoke to you in cautious tones. You answered me with no pretense. And still I feel I've said too much. My silence is my self-defense. And every time I held the rose, it seems I only felt the thorns. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so will you soon, I suppose. But if my silence made you leave, then it would be my worst mistake. So I will share this room with you, and you can have this heart to break. Ooh. And this is why my eyes are dry. It's well as far as seen. And so it goes, and so it goes. And you're the only one who knows. Thank you.
All right, one more time for Teddy, everybody. Clap it up for him. All right, ladies and gents, we have one final performer for y'all, so I want you to start clapping it up. He was here last week for his first time, and he's back again. Clap it up for Stuart Barato, everybody. Clap it up for him.
Hello. There's not a lot of people here. I almost left. I'm fucked up. When I was younger, do you guys remember the Hewlett commercials, like with the guys that exterminate the ants? I was afraid to call them because I thought the twin midgets would show up at my front door. I have a cousin. He's a midget, and he told me that joke was okay.
Yeah.
I lied right there, but no, I'm not before, you know.
Yeah.
It's crazy how the intersection of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and President Barack Obama is so dangerous. I don't think they intended that to happen. That's a new road, by the way, President Barack Obama. I use it a lot. Sometimes 95 works, but. My coworker the other day, I was talking about sleeping. I love to sleep for a long time. I don't know if you guys like to sleep. My coworker said he went to sleep for an hour. He's like, and he told me that was amazing. I don't think that's amazing. I need at least 10 hours of sleep. I don't know if y'all heard about this the other day. Prince Philip was seen driving without a seatbelt, and this comes days after he got in a major car accident. Prince Philip is 91 years old. He almost killed someone. People can't drive. Today was hectic on the road. Someone cut me off. It's Florida, so no turning signal was involved. Something was funny the other day. This person said something like, because we were talking about drinking and driving, and then he was like, well, no, I have a rule. If I drink 2 beers, I don't go faster than 20 miles per hour. You know? So, 3 beers, 30. I'm like, what happens if you drink 8? Man's gonna kill someone. I watch a lot of TV, and I know the commercials so well. I know the My Pillow guy more than some family members. He just came out with the sheets. In case y'all don't know, I'm thinking about buying those. He's a nice guy, Mike Lindell. Speaking of TV, though, the commercials, there's even this doctor lawyer. Yeah, I want him to meet my parents.
Yeah.
Y'all know the 10 items or less aisle at the grocery stores? Someone has like 13 items and I get really upset because I only have like 3. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody have a nice New Year's? I didn't do shit for New Year's. I actually hung out with a spider at my house. I have a lot of spiders at my house. I had plans with a squirrel, but it fell through. I saw a tweet the other day. I go on Twitter sometimes. A lot of free time at work, and someone said, you don't know who your friends are until you survive a car crash with them. I was thinking to myself, there's got to be a better way.
Right?
Thanks, guys.
One more time for Stuart, everybody. Clap it up for him. All right, folks, that brings this edition of the Thursday Night Open Mic to a close. Thank you all for coming out. If you enjoyed yourselves tonight, come back next week. We're here every Thursday of the year, except for Thanksgiving. And have a good night. We'll see you next time, everybody.